before I continue with the story, Mamadou said that, these politicians, Mamadou said that he joined the ADC on the basis that prominent members of opposition parties in Nigeria decided to form a broad coalition of forces against the APC cankerworm that has almost destroyed our economy, that has almost destroyed social cohesion, that has almost destroyed religious tolerance, that has almost destroyed democratic institutions, that has almost destroyed separation of power. Now, what is coalition? Okay, what is coalition? You said that you joined the ADC on the basis that prominent members, this is his word, that prominent members of opposition parties in Nigeria decided to form a broad coalition of forces against the APC. So, where is the coalition? Where is the coalition in Nigeria? The opposition parties are still in their respective political figures. Prominent members that you called are still in their respective political parties. So when the idea of coalition came initially last year, I think late last year, when the idea of coalition came, we all thought that Labour Party will collapse into one party, PDP will collapse into one party, ADC, which championed the coalition itself, will collapse into one party, NDC will collapse into one party and form a single party that will wrest power from the ruling All Progressive Congress in the 2027 general elections. So, where is the coalition when those people in the disguise of coalition are still in their respective party? There is nothing like coalition as we speak at the moment, because if you say that you are coaliting or coming together to form a force, to form a force against the APC cankerworm, that is the quote, that is from him, from Dele Momodu, to form a force for against the APC cankerworm. So where is the coalition, for God's sake? Peter Obi, who is also part of the quote and unquote coalition, is the presidential candidate of the NDC, the Nigerian Democratic Congress. Atiku Abubakar, who has been contesting presidential elections since his vice presidential tenure ended in 2007. Atiku Abubakar is in the ADC, he is a presidential candidate on the platform of the African Democratic Congress. He is still part of the coalition. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, who left the New Nigeria People's Party, the NNPP, the leader of the Kwankwasia movement in the northern states, particularly in Kano, who has also identified himself as part of the prominent Nigerians that will form a coalition against the APC cankerworm, is the running mate to Peter Obi on the platform of the NDC. Rotimi Amechi, a former Minister of Transportation during the administration of late Muhammadu Buhari, may so rest in peace, and a former governor of Rivers State, who identified himself as part of the prominent Nigerians to form a coalition against the APC, is the running mate to Atiku Abubakar. So, Sir Dele Momodu, with due respect, sir, a very senior colleague in the profession. So, where is the coalition that you people are claiming? Where is the coalition? There is nothing like coalition. the forces that you claimed to have come together to wrest power, where is it? When those people who use coalition to deceive Nigerians, because yes, to deceive Nigerians that they are forming a coalition, to oust Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you've all scattered. A coalition can only work when individuals come together to form a party, a movement. You can't form a coalition when you are still in your respective political parties. One of the coalition that was formed was in 2012, when Tinubu single-handedly joined forces from the ACN. He brought in some members. He joined some people from the ABGA. He put some members from the UNPP. If I can remember, that's the former political party of Muhammadu Buhari. About 3 to 4 political parties that merged to give birth to the All Progressive Congress. That is what coalition is all about. That is what coalition is all about. So all this grammar that the likes of Dele Momodu, respected gentleman, the likes of Atiku Abubakar, the likes of Peter Obi, the likes of Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, the likes of Rotimi Amechi and other figures in the opposition parties. You say that you are forming a coalition, and yet there is no coalition party. You are all scattered in your various political parties. So where is the coalition? Okay, if at the end of the day, after the 2027 general elections, and maybe NDC wins the presidential election, or ADC wins the presidential election, or any other of these prominent Nigerians in other political party wins the presidential election, will you call Peter Obi that didn't win in the NDC, or Atiku that didn't win in the ADC, or any other political party that didn't win, will you call them to form a government? So where is the coalition? Coalition can be strong when those people who claim to be in coalition as a forces against the APC, it can only work if the likes of Obi, the likes of Rotimi Amechi, the likes of Atiku Abubakar, the likes of Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, the likes of the embattled former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, who still has a case with the federal government. If these 5 individuals and other key prominent political figures, even the economist, what's his name, Pat Utomi, who has been championing the 3rd force or the 4th force or the 2nd force, I don't know the force they are forming. If this individual can come together to form a political party, that is what a coalition is all about. But the coalition cannot be effective if you claim that you are forming a coalition, if you claim that you are coming together to vote out the APC in the 2027 general election. If you are still in your various political party, you are still scattered. So how will you be able to vote out President Bola Ahmed Tinubu if you are still in your individual political parties?